Sam here with Spirit of 76. I am on my way to meet Ken. He is one of our pyrotechnic friends who helps out at a lot of our shows and does a lot of the setup for our displays. So he's shooting his own show this weekend. It's a personal show at his house for an after Christmas party, and he's letting me come in and see the behind the scenes of how he sets up the show. So let's go see what Ken's up to. I meet Ken out at the 76 warehouse where he picks up his order.
See this right here? Mm-hmm. This thing lifts up, and this thing, when it comes up, folds down onto the box truck bumper. I've got to line this up perfect.
How many cases you got there, Ken?
28, 29.
How big is the show of this size for you usually? Kind of small scale?
Yeah, this one's 6 to 7 minutes. Very easy to set up.
A couple weeks later, Ken has most of the items e-matched in his garage.
How long did it take you to set all these up?
2 to 3 evenings. And
A few hours each time?
yep.
I know a lot of people that shoot their own shows take off the tops, and you didn't do that. Is there a reason why?
If we do take the top off, we don't take the tops off until right before shoot time.
Why is that?
Weather. I got the pros and cons when it comes to cutting the tops off. If I don't have to cut the tops off, I like leaving them on, because after a show or after a shoot, if you've got a cake sitting out there and it's still covered, you know that cake didn't go off.
Ken then explains his general setup. While most cakes can stand alone on the field, smaller ones need to be secured.
These are all going to be put close together, and then we're going to take duct tape and go around it. That way when they go off, they're not tipping over.
To save money on lumber, Ken reused boards from old NOABs.
These were spent, and we just took the tubes off, flip them over, and glue the gerbs on. These will be closer to the crowd. Like on this firing point, there'll be like the gerbs, and then over here we've got some flame pots. Most of this is for the finale. The third song is a finale song, and it's kind of rocking out and painting the sky with all kinds of colors in loud, obnoxious booms.
Awesome.
Even with a small-scale show, organization is crucial.
We try to label everything. When you got 10 or 15 guys out there on the display site, you try to make everything super simple.
Ken scripted this show using Finale software, which generated the labels. All the fireworks will be shot using Cobra modules.
In Finale, it's set up for Cobra mods. So what we have here is our channel. So the box or the module will be set to channel 20, and this particular gerb will be on Q2. And then each of these have their own cues. Like this one is on channel 20, Q6.
I asked Ken how he knows where each firing point will go on the field.
We got 2 reports. Okay, this is generated by the Finale software, and it shows our firing points. Now, what this doesn't tell us is what Cobra modules should be at each firing point. So what we do is we make up this quick handwritten map. Each number here represents one box. So like this one here is channel 12.
Okay.
Or module number 12. And so it's going on the back row.
So the whole setup, 4 hours, you think?
Yeah. At the most.
The next day, Ken and his helpers begin setting up 7 hours before showtime. He'd begun that morning by placing the first 2 rows and all Cobra mods in their designated spots. The crew loads up all the items for the back rows and transports them onto the field. Once everything is unloaded and placed at the correct firing points, the handiwork begins. The igniters are split and each wire is inserted in its designated cue on the Cobra mod. Once all the cues on one firing point are landed, we move on to the next. This process takes hours.
Usually the best way to land this stuff is to work in pairs. So one person kind of preparing wires and then handing them to the other person kind of plugging in. So.
In some places, multiple fireworks must be connected to the same cue. This requires series wiring.
For this, we've got 3 devices we're trying to shoot all at once, and they're all in the same cue. So we're going to series wire them together. So to do that, you connect the end of one to the end of another, and then you connect the end of that one to the next one. So you're essentially making one giant loop. And then we're going to plug this one in, and we're going to plug this one in, and we're going to leave these 2 connected. We'll tape over them so that they can't cross and touch each other.
Safety precautions are taken at each firing point. 200-gram cakes are taped together so they don't tip over, and standalone tubes are taped to stakes. In the back row, Ken tightens up the tube racks and fastens on stabilizer boards.
Since our crowd's up the hill, these are this way.
Right.
Because if they went this way and they fell over, they could launch into the crowd. It's not a good day when that happens.
Nope. Compared to other shows that you've had out here, how big is this one?
Our room, musical-wise, the smallest. This will probably be the closest show we've shot to the house. Normally, our back row right here is down here by the lake. But we are almost done.
We are.
Lastly, there's the continuity check, which is done through the Cobra system.
They're going to show up red on here.
Okay.
If they're good, they show up green. There's a few bad ones. We have to go back and fix them. It'll tell you what cue's bad so you can fix it. Make sure it's making good contact.
Once all firing points are checked and the connections fixed, we reconvene on final steps.
Okay, it came up, we need 21 devices, and we came up with 20. Come to find out, this box has a dead battery. It needs to be charged back up. So we're gonna go charge this. It'll take a couple hours, but we'll have it back in plenty of time for the show.
And so that's it for the continuity check?
That's it. It showed us what we have. We'll come back before the show. We'll turn our mods. About 15-20 minutes before showtime, I'll come out here and we'll arm them. Kind of do the same check on here. We'll arm the transmitter, make sure everything shows up, and then we're all ready to go.
All right.
Then I get to push the button and it's showtime.
Then we wait for night to fall. With Ken's house party in full swing inside, we come out to the firing table to do last-minute checks.
Test. Look at that. Continuity's all checking out.
All green.
Awesome.
All right, so showtime in 10 minutes. We're just making sure all the modules wake up, making sure all the modules are armed. They all have good signal strength. Continuity is good on everything. So we're going to arm up in a second and we'll be ready to shoot.
I go set up a second camera to film the show.
So I'm gonna turn this to record, and we're ready for showtime.
All right, everybody, we're getting ready to shoot the firework display for the 2019 After Christmas Party. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out and making this a great event. So with no further delays, we're going to start the show.
The show goes off smoothly.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, 'cause I've been waiting for this moment for
Hey guys, thanks for watching this week's video, and a big thanks to Ken and his family and friends for making the show possible. You can watch the full display on Ken's Vimeo channel, the link is in the description below. A quick announcement, you may have noticed we've started 76 TV, a playlist on our YouTube channel. This is where we'll be posting all our long-form video content just like this one, so subscribe to see more. And in a couple of weeks, the 76 crew is going out to Arizona for the Western Winter Blast. I'll be heading there myself to take you guys behind the scenes of the 30th 20th anniversary closing display, so stay tuned.